Congratulations to all of you for on this wonderful occasion of World Youth Skills Day. It's a privilege that we have today the honor of receiving and having uh, our advisor to Honorable Chief Minister, Lieutenant General Nayan sir. Along with him, it's a privilege to have the Director and the Special Secretary of Skill Department, Mr. Selvan, and an honor to have Swami Nij Amritanandji among us, who has been constantly encouraging and inspiring students, listening them very carefully, patiently, and asking so many questions. And I was seeing the glow and the light on the face of students who were responding with that great enthusiasm, and the thoughtful talk that we heard from Mr. Nirmal Singh. He gave some very thought-provoking inputs, along with the people who are here in the audience, who have come from various organizations, schools, students, my faculty, teachers, staff. World Youth Skill Day. So the term itself says World Youth Skill Day. Who is youth and what is skill? So we were hearing about the demographics. Then Professor Rathore was talking about 65% in a specific age. Is that the youth? When I was thinking about it, and when I always think about this word, youthfulness, youth, I have a different way of looking at what a youth actually means. Because with time, I'm also growing old. And there was a time when someone would say you bhaiya, and today someone with the same age group will say uncle. Then I say, am I youth? Then the question comes, it comes in everyone's mind. And it's very important to ponder what actually youth means. To me, youthfulness is not by age. I think there are certain important criteria which qualifies one in youthfulness. And the most important thing is a burning desire inside everyone. Desire for what? Desire to dream something. See, if you have a desire to do something, dream something, then dream what? Dream something innovative. Dream something different. Dream something creative. You know what we call utopian thought. It's a burning desire. You fall, but you still have desire to get up. You fail, you still have desire to run. I think this desire to innovate, this desire to create, recreate, this desire to run, this desire to fly, this desire to do something different, something new, to me, these attributes actually qualify someone to be called youth. And with my naked eyes, I have seen people in the age group of 20, 25 who have turned old. And I can, with the same naked eyes in this institution, see people who may be touching retirement, they are still young. Because they come every time in the meetings with great ideas. And they have passion to do something, disrupt something. So I will not take your time on that. But remember, youthfulness is not a number. And skill, you say, youth skill day. So skill is what? Skill is when you have desire, you have hunger to learn something, to handle that desire. Every time you go and do something, You do it with some new eyes. You try to do it with some new form. I tell my teachers every time you go in the lab and workshop, rethink on what activity and task you made your student to do previously. Think of changing it next time. If you don't enter with that desire and do not have acquired those skill, how to every time change the activity, you will not be considered. To me, you are not a youth and you don't have skills. So as a teacher, if you are not constantly scanning what's happening in the industry, in the market, if you don't know where industry is automating, new technology they are using, if you don't know the naval department in IT or manufacturing or management or humanities, what they are doing and where we can come together and work on a new thing, if you don't do that, you are losing on some very important skill. Because the time is changing, the shelf life of linear skills is going down, and integrated skills, where multidisciplinary thought process will make a difference in the coming days. So this university today, when it celebrates World Youth Skills Day, remember one thing: unless you see yourself from the lens of that youthfulness, and unless you do something to continuously learn and embrace new skills, you will not be able to contribute with the purpose for which you have entered, either as a teacher or an instructor or an employee or a student. Enter the doors of this university with something to do on that day and leave with the satisfaction that you did something today. And if you do this every day, you will actually contribute towards the growth of this nation. Because today, this nation needs you not for teaching only, but for training our youngsters, making them to contribute something significant. We say we are a 3.5 trillion economy, and our Honorable Prime Minister says we have to become a 20 trillion economy, because we have to compete with these organizations who are today at 17-18 trillion economy, and the dream is by 2047. Imagine those countries will also grow, but they may not grow at the same cumulative annual growth. We have to grow at that rate, that by 2047 we are at 20 trillion. Now if we have to grow by that rate, imagine what kind of disruptions we will have to go through. The jobs that we have been doing in past may not be there, but there will be new jobs. And as we heard in the previous speeches, the jobs will be dismantling itself and recreating themselves with that new thought process. And that thought process has to get curated in the institution. This institution has to become a differentiator not only for the state, it has to become a differentiator for the nation, for the world ahead, for whom you will produce these people. I love what Sarwan Sahab said. When you are looking at problem, or are you looking at how to solve that problem? That is how the perspectives will make difference. So with those words, I wish to congratulate all of you, because this institutions, every brick resonates with that passion, resonates with that energy, resonates with that vision, and resonates with that objective, that is what we will have to achieve. Once again, best of luck. And I'm sure what students showcase today in a very short period of time that they have learned, this is just the beginning. I think we have to disrupt, because this is our first year in the campus. In next 5 years' time, because institutions don't get built in one day. It takes time, but the speed with which you have brought yourself and this institution to this point, I congratulate to all of you, because without you, this would not have been possible. Thank you very much.